Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. Thank you so much for listening. This is a preview. We are digging into what is set to be an incredible event, Don't Flop's upcoming North East South 3. Does anyone remember 1 and 2? I know they exist and I know they've played clips of them, but it was kind of before my time, so maybe we should look back into that. But this is North East South 3, something I'm really excited to get into, especially because it's based in Birmingham, based in my ends, as they say. I don't feel comfortable saying my ends, but still, they are in my ends, you know, the B7, the B3 sort of area there, and this is going to be great event to get into. The lineup is fantastic, but just before we do get into that, I want to say please follow the show at Battle Rap Resume. Please get in touch with us, battlerapresume@gmail.com. I'd also like to offer a heartfelt thanks to a great friend of the show, Max Sherry. I don't know if anyone's seen Max Sherry's latest battle. I'm sure if you listen to this in the future, you know it's been out for years now, but this has just came out at the time of this recording. This is Mac versus O'Shea, which is an incredible battle in of itself. You know, Mac, we established in the episode, was very much a sort of underdog figure, and I think O'Shea was his favourite battler, so for him to battle O'Shea, it's absolutely brilliant. Check out the battle. Great material by both. Mac definitely showed out. Maybe even he beat O'Shea. I mean, I need to rewatch that, but I think on first watch he did. But I want to thank Mac Sherry specifically. He's rocking the Battle Rap Resume shirt in the battle, which is fucking awesome. Like, to be fair, the camera's slightly kind of at a bad angle, so you can't quite appreciate the full gamut of the logo, but still, Mac, thank you so much for rocking that. And if you want to be on the same echelon of style as Mac Sherry, go on to redbubble.com/Battle Rap Resume. You can pick up tons of Battle Rap Resume merchandise. You can also go on to patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume. But let's get into this card, and as ever, it's not just myself. I'm joined by someone who, you know, from what I gathered, listens to the show, is a fan of the show, fan of Battle Rap himself. Ewan, how's it going, man?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Excited to be on the show. Looking forward to getting into this incredible card.
It is an incredible card. I mean, you know, it's up there with like a Sunburn 2 or a Nottingham in terms of like just a UK card.
One of the best UK cards that possibly ever.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think it's definitely up there with all the best ones that there've been. And, you know, who knows if these battles come through and promise what they are suggesting on paper, then, you know, it could get to that level. But just before we get into North East South 3, yourself as a way of introduction, how did you get into battling, Ewan?
It's not the best story. Right. I was searching through YouTube and was trying to find the final rap battle in 8 Mile. Right. And found that.
Yeah.
Yep. And the top suggested video from that was Shotty Horror versus Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
And watched that, and then started watching Shotty Horror battles, and then found like the likes of Unanimous, and then just spread out through Don't Flop, and then found KOTD, and then I watched the occasional URL battle now and again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's hard to just be a slight fan of battle rap. It's you watch one and you get hooked.
Oh my god, yeah, it is like the bingiest thing, isn't it, out there? Like, it's just crazy. Like, I think I was saying to someone recently the amount of battles I've watched, if you compare it to like episodes of a TV show in terms of like, you know, whatever 45-minute segments, I must have just, you know, it's hundreds of series that I've watched of this thing. Like, I can't get enough. The characters, the plot twists, the storylines, like the writing, it is just absolutely irresistible. And we'll get into this North East South card, which is going down on March 19th at the Hare and Hounds, which is a venue that I'm sort of outwardly familiar with. It's not in Birmingham. I should just say, if people are coming down, it's in King's Heath, which is just outside Birmingham, but it's not like you get into New Street and you can just go there straight away. And I should say as well, I'm going to be at the event, so, you know, if you're going to be at the event as well, definitely come up, say hi. It'd be great, you know, it'd be great to speak to people. Maybe I'm being a huge ego guy here, assuming people are going to want to talk to me, but, you know, whatever. It's going to be a great event, no doubt, and I'm really excited to go. I'm really excited as well for pretty much every single one of these battles. And the first battle on the bottom of the card, I don't know if this will necessarily be the battle that will open it, but Heretic versus Soweto Kinch, Ewan.
Oh, such a good battle. I've been calling out on Viewpoint for a few months now, saying we need another Soweto battle. And Heretic is one of the best in the league. If he gets a few more battles this year and shows out like he did in some of his earlier battles, and like he was good in the Shuffle T battle, and just Shuffle was incredible in that.
Yeah, he was overshadowed, wasn't he, really?
Yeah, it's just going to be an incredible back and forth.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I think Heretic has had a brilliant run, a really seamless run, you know, to go from being sort of newcomer of the year winner to taking on sort of top tier opponents like Shuffle, as you say. There's never been a question of his ability or what he can bring to the table. But I think, in my opinion, Soweto Kinch is the most talented MC Don't Flop's ever had. Like, I think just in terms of sheer ability, like, maybe he's not the greatest battler out there, but just like what he can do on his day. He's in his native home. I know, you know, like me, he's a fellow Brummie. He's very, very proud of that. I don't know if that's going to play into it, really. You know, this guy's toured all over the world, but
Heretic's from Birmingham as well, isn't he?
He is, I think. Yeah, I think he hails from there. So I think that's the reason why this has been an also on the card, because they're both sort of Midlands heralding. So it's kind of that neutral, you know, the Polish middle ground, as you were. But I think if they're both at their best, Soweto wins. And I can't see Soweto not bringing 100% here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just going through Heretic's first tracker at the moment, just looking. Kid Verbal, incredible. Rob Wilson, incredible. Heretic, not Heretic, Danny Jack, sorry. Very good.
Yeah.
Can't remember the Bizzo battle. I might need to go back and watch that.
I mean, that's the Preston Grimes scene round. I mean, that is kind of like atypical Harry Robinson clowning, sort of a masterclass, really. Crafty battle as well.
Still way back. Every time I watch that, I change my mind to who's won that one.
Me too.
And I know it's one that's heavily debated on this show.
Yes, it does come up a lot, actually. Heretic versus Crafty, and Crafty might have won it. Goddamn, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm still.
I don't know.
I'm still in 2 minds. I think, you know, Heretic. There's so much. I know that Heretic's such a fan of Soweto, and I think there's so much to get into with Soweto. Obviously, you know, he's just an incredible musician and you know, personality, and just a wonderful guy, really. You know, talented, effervescently talented. But I think someone like Heretic will be someone like JB. Soweto will enjoy getting his teeth into the contradictions inherent in who he is.
I agree. I agree.
You know,
Soweto. When was his last battle? Was his last battle JB?
Was it Zen? Was it that freestyle against Zen? Maybe.
Possibly. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, but he hasn't battled recently. I know that he's been doing his he's got an album called Nonogram, I think it's called, that just came out, and he's very busy with that sort of thing as well. So I don't think battling is. Oh no, it was Joker Star. It was Joker Star at the Christmas party. So it's been, you know, more than a year. You know, that was the end of 2015. So he has been away for a little bit, but I know that he loves it. I know that you know, he relishes the opportunity to perform in any venue, and I think someone like Heretic will be fantastic. So that definitely check out. I mean, I don't want to kind of plug every single battle resume, because most people on this card have done a battle resume. Thank you so much, guys. But definitely check out Heretic, and definitely check out Soweto Kinch as well. That was so awesome to have him on. You know, I'm such a fan. But push on to the next battle. Ewan, Jay Dillon versus Mr. Tongue Twister.
I think that could be a sleeper battle of the night. Just quick going back to the last one. I'm going to go against you and say I've got Heretic winning that one.
You've got Heretic. I think Soweto. I think Soweto will win on comedy. I think
Heretic's got jokes as well, man.
Heretic has jokes, but they're kind of delivered in a kind of a snark that I think that he's accomplished and
sarcastic.
But you can't really be sarcastic against Soweto Kinch because he's too good. Like, there's not really anything to make fun of him about. Like, you can sort of say, "Oh, you're this avant-garde jazz saxophonist," but it's like he's dope at it. Like, he's not. You know what I mean? Like he's accomplished as fuck. But I'm sounding like such a Soweto fanboy here. But, you know, he is fucking awesome. But okay,
Heretic will find a way.
Okay, that's interesting. I have Soweto there, but you know, I think that's a sign of a good battle. You know, that they can go toe to toe there and definitely get different opinions. But Jay Dillon versus Tongue Twister. Then you say this could be a sleeper battle. Who would you have taking the sleeper?
I think they're both incredibly entertaining. I think just gonna edge Jay Dillon.
Right. What? Just okay. So obviously Tongue Twister's got a lot more experience.
Yeah, Tongue Twister's been out for a little while though, hasn't he? When was his last battle?
Was it Jolly J? It might have been. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I don't
think I've seen that battle, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, that was the Amsterdam battle, and I actually think he lost that. I think Jolly came with a lot more collected material. Actually, had some really, really good stuff there. They're kind of similar, aren't they? And I think Tongue Twister, you know, as with pretty much every Jay Dillon opponent, you've got to mock him, haven't you? You've got to sort of make fun of. You close your eyes a lot and do puns. Yeah,
it is the classic stuff though. But Tongue Twister's last battle, Evil at Sunburn 3.
That's right. That's right. It was. Yeah.
But yeah, Jay Dillon he makes us laugh. He yeah, I think he's one of the most funny and underrated MCs in the league. He could, if he's on top form, then I'll go 2-1 Jay Dillon. But an on-form Mr. Tongue Twister could take this. It's a hard one to call, but I'll go with my heart and say Jay Dillon.
Yeah. I think this is a kind of one of those obvious matchups that you sort of like, why didn't I think of this before? You know, I think they are both fantastic in their own right, no doubt. You know, both capable of kind of really original stuff, and I think they will, you know, really enjoy the opportunity to go at each other and kind of maybe play on that sort of similarity that they have in terms of writing, trying to outdo each other in that sort of paradigm. But yeah, Jay Dillon Tongue Twister is going to be, you know, a really, really good battle. I think if that is, as I suspect it might be, the first battle to open up, who knows? You know, they might just open up with Raptor Gemini just to fuck with people, but you know, they're probably going to open it with Jay Dillon Tongue Twister, and I think that is the perfect thing to set us up. Really exciting battle. Now we get onto one long.
Have you got that one in that one, bro?
I think Tongue Twister. I think Tongue Twister wins that one.
So you've got 1-0 South.
I've got 1-0 South. I do. No, I won't spoil it. But yeah, my other predictions. But yeah, I've got Tongue Twister. I think experience is going to win out. I think he's really enjoying his battling lately. You know, he just, you know, kind of engages well with these sort of opportunities. I think Jay Dillon needs to show a bit more diversity for me. It's not that he's not brilliant at what he does. Don't get me wrong. He's not able to do this, but I think Tongue Twister has flips as well. Does Jay Dillon flip? I can't think off the top of my head.
He's maybe got the occasional, but none like standout ones. It's not like he's coming out with the Knuckles Lee like most pro bits. Maybe small ones.
Yeah. No, that is iconic there. Yeah, but and you have Dillon winning this.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. So we get on next onto long gestating clash, as I say. You know, these are the two heads of opposing, Hydra bodies of the whole Don't Flop. This is a weird metaphor, but yeah, that kind of idea there. We have Danny Jack versus Briggsy. You looking forward to this one?
If it's not as good as the back and forth on Viewpoint, I'm going to be disappointed.
Right.
But if it can top that, then it's going to be the best battle of the night. Because the back and forth on Viewpoint for the past few months has just had us rolling on the floor. It's brilliant. I feel like if Briggsy remembers all 3 rounds, he can do really well. Cause he's good. People are forgetting that because he's been choking recently. But Danny Jack's good as well. Danny Jack, I think, is quite underrated. People don't give him the chance because he's just fun to take the piss out of. But I feel like both on top form, I think I'm going to just edge it to Danny Jack.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think Danny Jack, I mean, like you say, you talk about the stuff on Viewpoint. I really hope this is a personals battle. I really hope that, you know, they're both kind of high up in the league and sort of not necessarily like anyone Jefferson Prices someone, but just kind of, you know, it deals with, oh, you fucked up this event or you didn't book this person or this, rather than just you're ginger, whatever, like this sort of thing. Like, I agree as well. If you're just going to match it up on paper as well, Briggsy is just not performing very well recently, you know.
Not recently, but even in the battles he has choked in, he's had some good bars in them.
Of course, but I mean, it's just you've got to have that competency, and I think you know, Danny. Okay, to be fair, you know, he did sort of choke in the Dank Schrader battle recently.
Yeah, got that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Good battle. And the Raws one though was you know, resurgent sort of return there for him. You know, he was really good.
Frankie wrote that though, didn't he?
Is that right?
No, I'm just joking. People were calling him out on Viewpoint saying Frankie wrote it for him.
Shout out, I don't know if you just saw, I literally just saw this on Twitter a few hours ago, but Frankie and Danny Jack and great friend of the show, Dave.
Oh, the podcast.
They've started their own podcast. I think it's called Cider Sometimes or something like that.
Definitely it's an office reference, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely everyone go check that out, and seek that out. Yeah, it was great to have Dave on as well. We did the Kruger episode. So yeah, those 3.
Yeah, I listened to that this morning.
Yeah, no, that was a great chat as well. Definitely go check that out if you haven't listened.
The Briggsy Danny Jack class, I'm not sure if you've seen on Viewpoint, but they're going to have one judge and it's going to be her.
Oh, right.
It's going to be brilliant. I'm not going to envy his position, but that's going to be I think that's going to be really good battle, Brooksy Damage.
No. Oh god, this whole card is fucking killer, man. And we're not even getting into like the top tier clashes, but like, yeah, I think Briggsy versus Danny Jack had to happen. You know, it's been building for a hell of a long time now. You know, really glad that this is going down. And you know, I think from both of them, I think they're both going to bring it. They're both going to do what was natural to them, really. Get to.
Who have you got taking that one?
Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So I've got 1-1 at the moment. You've got 2-0 South.
2-0 South, yeah. And the trend's going to continue. I have Scoop bodying Take No Tox.
Bodying.
Yeah.
Scoop is battle against Willsey. It's one of the best introductions to Don't Flop that I think anyone's possibly had. But so did Tox, actually. Tox's
That's true.
Future debut was very, very good.
Yeah, very good.
I feel Tox was good against Jay Short as well. I think I've only watched his round against Gemini once, but watched that battle about 50 times.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I think the Gemini Tox is kind of the perfect macrocosm of this battle, where you have someone who says a hell of a lot and someone who says small things that have power. And I think you know, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Tox, but he is a victim to filler. And I think Scoop has that concision, and I think Scoop has the momentum as well. Tox had quite a few battles on Don't Flop. People sort of know his game now. Scoop is still a bit more mysterious. Had an incredible debut, as you say, at Next in Line. I think people are going to be kind of rooting for him. He has like a more of a new presence in the ring as well. That's more novel, I think, for a viewer and stuff. And I don't know. I just think Scoop is just going to outclass him each round. Personally.
I do have Scoop winning, but body, I think it's one of those overused terms in battle rap in general.
Of course.
I'm just keeping an eye on my charge at the moment, making sure Scoop's not coming around to steal it.
Right.
But yeah, I've got Scoop probably 2-1. But I'd love Tox to win, just because he's a United fan, just like me.
Right. And that would forego battle biases, like your footy bias. Wow.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, of course. So yeah, I mean, going to be a great matchup. Definitely really excited to see both of these guys on the card. Now, you know, one of the greatest ever, in my opinion, is Ogmios. He's one of my all-time heroes. He's a lovely guy as well. But like writing wise, I just think he's stunning. He's the reason I'm into battle rap. It's this sort of stuff that I fucking love. This sort of cerebral, just kind of playful. I just love the way he behaves on stage. And obviously, Dialect is a tremendous force as well. Top tier delivery. Sensational performances. I mean, Dialect versus Ogmios is just a wow. Like, that is such a good clash.
It's definitely a styles clash.
Hell yeah.
I've got this as Battle of the Night.
Yeah.
In my head, I like Ogmios. I caused a bit of controversy on Viewpoint a few weeks ago. I asked everyone who their top 10 was and put my top 10 down and didn't put Ogmios in. I like Ogmios, don't get me wrong. I just feel like him against Marlowe, I thought that was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to that battle. Didn't really show out for me. Him against Quill's good. Him against C Major's incredible.
Oh my god. Him against Matter is
Matter as well. Yeah.
Adam the Rapper as well. Yeah, your youth battle. Him against QP. Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah, he's had some.
In DF USA. In a Dialect, his performance at the birthday was very good, especially on such short prep.
Yeah.
And then him against Lou Cypher was really good as well. I'm finding it so hard to call this. On my notes that I've written down before we went live I've got Dialect winning. But
really?
I feel like a top Dialect versus Ogmios. But I think I'm going to change my mind and go Ogmios. So I'm just thinking that if he comes in his with the performance that he did against C, Youth Oracle and Matter, then any of Dialect's performances that good?
I mean, yeah, not on that level. Like he's had some terrific stuff, dialect, but I think that his sense of performance is very, very good off the top of my head. I've always loved that one. But yeah, I think Ogmios at God mode, as he often operates, is untouchable, really. And man, I've just been waiting on a fucking quality Ogmios clash. Like, I agree, the Marlow one wasn't quite. There was just something not there, wasn't there?
Actually, Marlow winning that battle.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I agree.
I was going into that thinking Dialect was going to get it. But just going through Dialect's verse tracker at the moment, his performance against Tony was incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
That Dialect and Double L versus Izzy Gibbs and Rhythm, I know that was on beat, but
yeah.
incredible.
Masterpiece.
He is very good, and I don't think he should be slept on, but I don't think he's going to win. I do. He's very good, but I don't think he's ever going to get where everyone thought he was, and pushing for the title and stuff.
Yeah, this could be quite an important match, I think, in the overall title schematic as well. It'll definitely,
possibly, yeah. But then, go on.
No, continue, man.
I was just going to say, if Shocks, because it's quite apparent there's going to be Shocks versus Soul.
Yeah.
And if Shocks beat Soul, which I don't see happening,
no,
who would be a better matchup, Dialect or Ogmios?
Ogmios.
You think Ogmios?
Yeah, I know dialect soul would be more of a kind of straight up aggressive bar fest, but I think that's kind of what we're going to get with the Shocks battle. So I kind of think just as a light and shade kind of thing, we could have a bit more of a kind of brinksmanship chess match. I don't know if that's as exciting to other people, but the idea of Soul and Ogmios battling for the title is just mouth-watering. I think that would be incredible. But again, I'm pretty much in terms of the actual matches so far, I know Soweto is Midland, like you say, but all in all, I'm 4 for 4 with South so far, and I've got Ogmios taking this.
So what have I got? I've got 3-1 South.
And we get to another match, which I'm crazy excited about. I actually knew about this for quite a while before it got dropped, because I had O'Shea on the show. Q and O'Shea, check that out. We just sort of little quick chat. Yeah, that was really, really good. And towards the end, he mentioned to me on the air that I'm battling Yunnan at North East South, and it hadn't been announced yet. And I was like, oh my, crazy. I actually cut it out of the episode, and someone commented on Viewpoint, I think, like, what was cut out of that episode? He clearly mentioned a match, and it was the Yunnan match. Yunnan's return, is this a big deal for you, Ewan?
I'm a big fan of Yunnan. Obviously, him being one of the second battlers of me getting into, obviously, like I said at the start of the show, through Shy. I think his performances against Shuffle, and he did good against Raptor on Don't Let the Label You.
Yeah.
But I've got O'Shea winning this all day.
I agree. Yeah,
O'Shea's the GOAT. He's greatest of all time.
Yeah, Goat Shea. Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to copyright that. I've said that before, but yeah, maybe we'll take it on board. But yeah, I think this is my first Northern win. I think O'Shea's going to take this quite clearly. I think O'Shea Yunnan's one of those battles that just, I'm so glad it didn't happen 5 years ago, even though it totally could have done. Like,
I don't know if the battle makes sense, to be honest. It's obviously two of the biggest in Don't Flop ever, but I don't know. It's not something that I was like, I really want this battle to happen. But with Yunnan coming back, the best thing about it was on that trailer, and the picture for Plymouth was just a tree.
Yeah.
Kruger stays winning.
Yunnan, it depends what sort of Yunnan we're going to get. Are we going to get the sort of Rybol, sort of, jesting Shuffle Yunnan? Are we going to get the full-throated Chris Lees Yunnan? Yunnan, he's not been on the greatest path since. The Raptor battle was good. It was quite good. I quite enjoyed it. The Sketch Menace battle was a disappointment. He should have shown out, and he should be like Mr. Canada right now. He should have just, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But he just came lame. It was just a real. I'm a huge fan of Yunnan. Don't get me wrong. I think he's absolutely fantastic, and it just was, as a fan, it was just a bit of a letdown.
With Yunnan obviously not having the best relationship with Don't Flop when he went over to Canada as well, he needed to do well there. You would think he'd be going in an incredible performance, just dismantling Sketch. And I haven't watched that battle back because it was just good. But if I remember correctly, Sketch beat him. He
did actually. Yeah,
he's just baffling because Sketch is trash.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, how the fuck is, like, you watch like Ewan's like Jefferson Price or his Diz battles or whatever, and it's just like, oh my god, this guy is just literally a monstrosity. I know it's cliche, but he is. Like, it's abominable what he's doing, and like he got beaten by Sketch Menace. Like, just.
But saying that, Sketch beat Soul.
Do you think Sketch beats Soul?
I haven't watched that back in ages, though,
Sketch
man. I'll watch that back later tonight.
No, Soul clowns on Sketch, man. Really makes him look stupid. Judged? I think it was Blackout, so I don't think it was. I think that's kind of, and most of King of the Dot isn't judged anymore. It kind of used to be a bit longer back.
Battles are judged, but I believe Danny Danny Jack said on Viewpoint the other day that all of North versus South is going to be judged.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, but yeah, this is the first Northern win I have. As I say, I'm really excited to see Yunnan back. I wonder how it happened. What was reached out, sort of thing.
I don't know, man. I wonder who it was that contacted him. But I'd like to see a good blend between the Shuffle T clowning Yunnan performance mixed between that and the Koj, and then a bit of the aggressive Chris Lee's in your face kind of Yunnan. That's what made his name in Doflop.
And yeah, they are the two guys out of everyone on this card, this stat card, that have been around the longest, really been showing out, and it's awesome to see that Don't Flop is 8 years strong now. And
people forget that Yunnan came to Don't Flop when he was like 17 or 18.
Hell yeah.
When he was so young, and then it's good to see how far he come. Obviously, being not the best advised online all the time, it's surprising he's still here. But
it is actually, that he's got yet another chance. But I mean, he's so brilliant, I guess, and he is.
He brings in the views. They have to have the people that do that. Should be a good battle.
Yeah, and as much as O'Shea is Don't Flop, Yunnan is Don't Flop. They are synonymous with the brand, and it's awesome to see them representing. Now we get to the penultimate battle, a rematch that a lot of people have been calling for, including the two battlers in question. We are seeing Raptor going back up against Gemini.
It's Gemini all day, mate.
I agree. Yeah.
Raptor's good. Raptor's really good. If he brings his performance that he did against Tony, which I thought Raptor beat him.
Raptor clearly beat Tony. Like that battle's a joke. like Tony's great, but Tony does things. Tony does what people in a battle do when they're not really writing to win. They do long schemes of things. So Tony did a long scheme of what did he do? He did PG, rookie versus vet scheme, and he did a long scheme of people that he's beaten. I think that's what he did. Whereas Raptor just had haymaker after haymaker. His intensity is that's one of the best Don't Flop performances ever. Raptor's performance against
Tony. Possibly, yeah. I've always got the I've always got it in my mind now. I can't remember it. The I'll fight you all one at a time in the back of my head, and I say that to my friends that are non-battle fans, and I have no clue what I'm on about. It's
just, oh my god, and the whole shots behind closed doors, Oscar Pistorius, and just really Raptor has such an ear for great lines as well. Twisting the plot like a dead man turning in his grave. The authorize stuff was crazy as well. When he was they say it's insanity, cool, I want that body tone. Fuck it. That's the thing. I don't want to go into it sounding like I'm not a Raptor fan. No,
Raptor's sick.
He's absolutely sick.
One of the best in the league. I don't think that's debate. Well, I've heard a couple of people recently saying he's not, because obviously his performances haven't been top notch, even though against Jonah he was incredible. I do just have Jonah edge in that, though, I think. But Gem, his performance against Dialect, I think possibly my favourite performance of all time with Don't Flop. It's oh my god. Or maybe him against Tox, actually, because I feel like that was a new Gemini that we saw against Tox. The way that he had that clowning edge as well.
Yeah.
Like where he's like started the battle saying that started the battle even saying that he wasn't here to wage words with him, and then he was like, wait, this is a rap battle. That's exactly what I'm here to do.
yeah. And he clowned on Tox's like American slang as well. Finna get some prize.
Given the examples, and then obviously the cameo appearance from Tony.
Get the can, like Tony. Yeah. Tony's delivery in that is classic. Like, he's so good. Yeah,
the cig. There's no smoking inside.
Yeah, but bro, you want a Sprite? Like, the way he says it. But I think let's look at the paths really, because obviously Raptor and Gemini, the original match. I have Gem winning that, by the way.
I think most people do.
I think Gem, because Raptor has that weird round about Gemini being called Stone or something, where it's like, what is this about? Sorry, but it is good. It is good from them. But if you look at the paths they've taken, they've had very similar trajectories. Don't Flop has definitely put them forward against international opponents, and they've showed out, no doubt. But whereas Raptor has had ups and downs, I think Gemini has never flagged. Like he really has just been getting better and better and better.
Is Gem lost around? This is the question, isn't it? It's what people are asking. It's I've not watched it back in a while. Like I've said with quite a few of these battles.
Yeah.
But Gemini Tally, I know a couple of people said Tally had him there, but I don't think he did.
Yeah. That one's not too fresh in my head actually, but that was a close battle.
Gem had a choke in that battle, which they cut out.
That's true.
I remember that.
That's true.
Just looking at the thumbnail for Raptor Gemini, how young do they both look in that?
That's true, actually. Yeah, they really do look. Big T clearly Gem.
Yeah.
Absolutely monstered on the monstrosity. To this day, I still think about the whole Make Thomas Jefferson line. Like, it just rings in my head, man. It's just fucking great. Clips was a good battle. Clips just did freestyles to the crowd. Gem had the driven material. A body dialect quite clearly, really, as if it was nothing.
That grind round from Gem was incredible. Better than dialect possibly done in an a cappella battle.
It is actually. Oh man, it was what a stinging thing to do to turn your best weapon against you. Like it was just resounding there. But clearly, I'm a massive Gem fan. I think he's a sensational writer. The way he constructs things is so intelligent. He really understands how to get to an original meaning and make that sort of thing click in your brain where wordplay works so well. And he's like, you know what I mean? It's real savage there. Gem I've had on the show a few times as well since our battle. It's always great to have him on. Really, really interesting dude. I think this rematch is a little too soon. Call me cynical. I give it another year or so. I know our battle had to happen here, and they both probably wanted it. And who am I to say don't do it? But just personally, I'd like a bit longer. But
yeah, well, Raptor's thinking of hanging up the boots, so to say.
Is it?
Isn't he? He was saying he's got a battle locked in for Checkpoint. Checkpoint, and then he's got this battle. And he's going to give it his all, really show what he's got, and then he's going to focus on music.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. Okay. If it'll last, I don't know who's saying. But
And then he comes back for a free match against Gem at North East South 4. And it's just like, stop battling Gemini.
The whole Enigma tongue twister route.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, all this sort of passed aside, if we're just going to look at this paper, imagine that Raptor and Gemini hadn't battled before. That's the reason the initial battle works so well is because they are so similar. They definitely have that aggression, that inventive writing to them, that capacity to enthrall a crowd, to get the energy ramping up. And I can't, as I say, I'm going to be there. I cannot wait to watch this one. I think live, on camera as well, obviously, there's going to be lots of stuff you catch, but the energy that these guys can bring, I remember seeing Gem versus Tox, and, moments like the Yoshimitsu and stuff like that just had people up in arms.
Yeah, man, it's his delivery is on point. I don't...
so clear.
Yeah, man, I'd love to see an on-beat battle with Gem, actually.
140, yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know who against it. I'm trying to think. Billzar, maybe?
Maybe, I guess Billzar's the obvious one to chuck to him. Izzy Gibbs versus Gem. I don't know if Izzy will come back.
I'm not the biggest fan of Izzy Gibbs, to be honest.
Right. You're not like his sort of barking style, or?
He's just showing, he's not saying out. Right. Maybe press one?
That's a weird matchup. I mean, it's not a bad matchup, but I think Gemma body press. I mean, press is great. Don't get me wrong.
Press versus Matter is incredible.
Yes. Press is sick. Check out the Press release. I always say that. Check out Press One's music. It's great music. And Press One versus Crafty. That's a slept-on battle, man. That's a hilarious battle.
Yeah,
both sides.
Yeah.
That's a really.
Was that Crafty's tryout?
No, his tryout was Ambi, and then he battled Liv. I think it was like his third battle, actually.
Oh, right.
But yeah, that was the what was it? Rapping at Park. It was where I tried out, actually, and I remember I just.
Is that Turner?
Yeah, against Turner. Shout out! I don't know if you saw, actually, Turner was on Viewpoint recently. There's a video of him.
Yeah, man. It was
Shark Tales.
Their Solutions, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know.
That's sick, man.
I know Bear and Lazy. I live in Oxford. Obviously, they're students there, and they do this sort of thing on the main road, interviewing the students clubbing. Yeah. Just for anyone that hasn't seen this, Turner, the guy I had my Don't Flop tryout against. It sounds so silly saying it, but Turner turned up on the thing, and I think he said something like, "Oh, do you know about Don't Flop? Do you know Maltese?" or something like that.
It was Lazy Ass Jack. He was like Maltese as he was saying a poem. And he went, "Maltese, Don't Flop," and it's somehow Maltese twig Don't Flop for him. It's
So shout out Turner. If you want to know more about me and Turner, check out Battle Resume 50, the soliloquy episode. But yeah, Raptor versus Gemini. Cannot wait for this one. I think again, it's going to be a masterclass. Hopefully, I reckon it will top the first one. I think
surely they're both progressed as writers and performers. And if this is one of Raptor's last battles, he's going to want to go out with a bang. And then Gem always performs. But hypothetically, Gemini versus Soul, who would win?
See, I mean, I still think Soul would win. Soul is my favourite ever, so I am kind of biased.
I think Soul is the best battler that battles today.
Yeah, I think someone commented on a video that I put on the channel recently saying that I was wrong for that, saying that because I agree with you, and I do think he's the best in the world right now.
Who else is there?
On that sort of paradigm level, yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, a lot of people would say like a Hollow or a Pat Stay or something.
Hollow's good, Pat's good, but I feel like I won't rewatch their battles as much as I do Soul battles.
Yeah.
And I feel like I always go back to Soul versus Most Prob, which I think is my favourite Don't Flop battle of all time.
Classic.
Soul versus C, Soul versus Raptor.
Soul versus Matter. Have you seen that one?
Soul Matter. Oh, yes, man. Yes. I just blanked for a second there.
Yeah. Soul versus Matter.
So good.
It's so good. Yeah. Just. I mean, endless good Soul material. Like, this whole podcast is just us, could rave about Soul. But yeah, I think Soul would win. I do think Soul would win. I think it could maybe be the best title match ever, though. Soul versus Gemini. I think it would be better than Soul versus Shocks. And it will happen, we're spoiled, man.
In my head, Soul and Gem are the two best in the league, so.
Yeah. I mean, where do you rank Shocks? Are you a Shocks fan?
I'm a big Shocks fan. His bar against Johnny Storm, the one about putting coppers in the well, that's incredible. And then his first round against Old English is incredible as well.
It is. Yeah, his line against Johnny as well, against my versus Quill, sort of agony, comparing her to Chernobyl.
Yeah, man.
Like the meltdown and no one wants to go there anymore and all that sort of shit. It's just fucking... Yeah, Shocks is incredible as well, no doubt. And I mean, even if it's not for the title as well in the future, let's get a Shocks Gemini going, please.
I don't get why that's not requested more.
Yeah, it isn't it?
You don't see it requested much, but that would be such a good battle.
Yeah, maybe like next in line 2 or something.
Yeah, man. I'm screwfacing just thinking about it. Doing all back screwface.
So we get to the top of the card, an incredible battle. This is Matter and P Soldier versus Shufflo.
I think everyone thought it was going to be happening, but then with people on the staff saying that there's going to be no 2 and 2s, it kind of made me doubt. I was thinking of other ways that they would do it, but I'm just happy it's happening, to be honest, mate. It's going to be such a good battle.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, it's just been, it's been since, I'm just checking Verse Tracker, but no, it's right. We haven't had a Shuffle and Marlowe like proper battle since the end of 2014.
2014.
So we had them versus Kraft and Harry, but that was only a one round.
Yeah, that's
we haven't and we had a compliments battle with Pat Stay and Roan, but again that was a compliments battle.
That's a good battle though.
Yeah, good battle. But the last proper 3 rounds, Shuffle and Marlow rounds we got was against Dialect and Zen, which is a hilarious battle. Just such such a good fucking battle. But like
down a hole, Zen.
Yeah, just all the chocolate stuff, all the you brought your goons with you is possibly my favourite Shuffle Marlow stuff ever.
The chocolate stuff. I feel like if any other battlers did that, it would come across as corny and just a bit.
How dairy milk bars on this topic writes itself, but it is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's been 2 years and a bit since we've had a Shufflo performance, and what a great duo for them to go up against in Matter and P.
It's the obvious, but what I was thinking, possibly preemptively, after this battle, who else is there to challenge for the double titles?
There needs to be, because I have thought this as well, and there isn't anyone obvious to put out there. There needs to be a mini tournament, I think. Because personally, and I know maybe a bit of bias is showing there. Personally, I think Bear Solutions and Lazy Ass Jack versus Shuffle T and Marlow would be a really good match.
It would be a good battle, but they've not got a chance, do they?
They don't, but I think because Shuffle T and Marlow have never gone against someone who's posher than them. That would be quite fun. And I think before that there needs to be a mini tournament where you have Lazy and Bear, maybe Juan and Rob Wilson, maybe
Harry and Kraft.
Yeah, that'd be good. And maybe just get some more people in the mix. Maybe like Tox and Flawless or
Calcium Kid and Pedro.
Yeah, just like maybe almost an 8-team kind of throw a bit of money in it, like with the C Major and Cracker thing, to make it a bit more interesting for people willing to enter and stuff like that, But I think something like that, because you can't just throw Bear and Lazy to Shuffle to Marlow. If they do win, I mean, are you predicting that they win?
Yeah, man. I like P Soldier and Matt. I think their battle against Calcium Kid and Pedro is just hilarious all around. That sports day stuff they did it. I think it was in the first or second round. That had me crazy. And then they're obviously brilliant against Lefty and Big J as well.
Yeah. I mean, they can bring a lot. Matter and P Soldier, gifted individually, great together, no doubt. P coming off that Afghanistan clash as well.
That was a cringy watch the other day.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one, wasn't it? I'm going to have a video soon on the channel examining that in depth, because it was an interesting clash, definitely. I think P also great friend of the show. Loved it. I'm actually going to have Matter and P Soldier, I should say, on the show soon.
Solo Matter battle resume is so needed.
Yeah, it is.
Matter's had some big battles,
massive. We agreed that we do the Matter one, but P would just be there. We'll just have him here just to sort of go for it, because I think it's just always great to have on the show. So we will have that.
Yeah, P Soldier's done as well. I love P Soldier. Yeah, really want to see. I think him versus Big T is almost inevitable, but it just has to happen.
I want him versus Head Ice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I want P. P deserves like a big international, definitely. He's been showing out consistently, but you can't beat Shuffle T and Marlow, really. I don't think they can really be beaten. I mean, Crafty seems to think that him and Harry beat Shuffle and Marlow. You didn't, Craft.
Crafty thinks he's unbeaten.
No, shout out Craft. I mean,
yeah, Crafty, brilliant. Is he's one of the battlers that rates himself higher than he is, and he could be brilliant. He could become one of the best in the league,
right?
But he just needs to be more consistent and take some actually good battles. Not that Sean O'Mac.
No, did you see Kid Verbal?
Yes, he was very good at that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think off the top of my head now, because I bought it the day the pay-per-view came out, and haven't watched it since. But there was did he try to do like an on-beat bit?
That flopped hard. That wasn't great.
Was it trying to like emulate Bullets versus Shuffle, but in such a small room? It just doesn't.
Yeah. The nature of a small room is there can't really be a session in there, to be honest with you. But
exactly,
I mean, back to the battle. Shuffle T and Marlow. Do you reckon Matter and P, they have some good stuff for them?
They'll find something. There's not much that can be said to Shuffle and Marlow that hasn't been said before. But just hopefully they'll have another bit with the Hood Pass, because that's always good to watch. I feel like Matter and P Soldier bounce off each other well.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever going to have the chemistry that Shuffle will have.
No. And I mean, the rehearsal that they bring, the preparation just shows. And, it's a title match. It's important.
Yeah, man.
Like, this isn't a promo little thing. This is top of the card. This is headlining for a reason. Can't wait to see Shuffle T and Marlow show out again. As I say, I'm so fucking excited to be there. And I'm bringing a few friends, actually, who sort of know battle rap a little bit, but not big. And they were, they fought, because I brought them to events before where it's like a park event and it's like, oh, whatever, who are these tryouts? And my friend Sam actually was saying, oh, who's there? And I was like, oh, Shuffle and Marlow. He was like, Shuffle and Marlow? He was like, the Bad Bars people. I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh my God. He's like, who else? I was like, oh, O'Shea. He's like, O'Shea. I was like, so the card is just stacked from top to bottom, really. Can't wait for that. I do have Shuffle and Marlow winning.
Shuffle and Marlow could be the best thing that's happened to the league, because they have so many chances to go viral and just bring such exposure to the league.
I don't want to imagine where Don't Flop would be without Shuffle and Marlow. I think they were very important to boosting popularity, and not that they haven't been great people. Before,
I'd like to see all those people commenting Don't Flop flopping after.
I mean, look at 2017 as a whole. Don't Flop have been, knocking it out of the park, really keeping it 140 into Scotland, into this as well. Like, the small room sessions. There's been tons and tons of great events here. So, I guess as a recap then, just to go through, we have, how many battles do we have here? We have 8 battles altogether. So we have the Midlands battle, Heretic Soweto. You're saying Heretic, right?
Yep. I think that could be my favourite battle of the night, just because they're two of my favourites.
Yeah. I think that's going to be hella close. But if we're talking about the actual North v South kind of portion, which is 7 battles, personally, I have South taking it 6-1, with the only North scout being O'Shea, being Ewan. What is your overall rankings?
So I had Jay Dillon.
Yep.
And then I had. I'm trying to find the card.
You had Danny, was it right?
Yeah, Danny just taking it against Briggsy. Sorry, let me just bring the card back up.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. I mean, Scoop versus Take. No, I've got it here. You had Scoop, right?
Yep, Scoop taking that one as well. I don't think he's going to be a body like you say, though.
All right, okay. We'll see. Dialect versus Ogmios. Did you have Dialect there?
I'm changing my mind every time I think about this.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna edge Og. But I think that could be one of the battles of the night.
That's going to be.
I'm looking forward to see how Ognos is going to clown on the grime rounds. And
definitely. He'll have
see if he tries one of his own.
Well, he'll have like a grime chakra or something. I don't really know how he's going to go about it, but yeah. And then I think we agreed on the final trivium of battles. We both had O'Shea winning, Jem winning, and Shuffler as well. Yeah, but it is an incredible card, as I keep saying. And if you're listening to this, go. The Midlands makes it very easy for Northerners or Southerners to get there. On the Sunday, it's on March 19th. If you go to don'tflop.com/tickets, definitely pick up. I think I picked mine up very early on. It was like
tickets are sold out now, man.
Have they sold out?
I think so. I think I saw some the other day saying they're sold out. Oh, because I know that there was 50 left about 2 days ago, but I believe they've sold out now, or at least the pre-order ones, and they might still be available on the door.
That's fucking great news, man. I'm just on the I'm just on the page now. They have all sold out, even the latecomers at 20 quid. Yeah, so man, that's so good. I mean, great.
Privileged, man. You're privileged if you're going.
Fucking hell, I cannot fucking wait. So yeah, that is Sunday the 19th. It's running from 2 p.m. till 8. It's at the Hare and Hounds in Birmingham. As I say, if you are planning on going, just be aware that it's not Birmingham. I think you can get a train out to where it's near or something, but it's not in New Street. So do plan ahead. You don't want to miss any of these fucking battles. I have a South victory. I think you do as well, Ewan, pretty much.
As well. I think I've got it 4-2 South.
Yeah, it would be.
Which hurts to say, I've lived in the north most of my life.
Right. Yeah.
So,
as a Midlander, I don't really have bias, I suppose, but yeah, I would. I mean, just yeah, I think South are probably going to take this, but who knows? I mean, that's the beauty of battle rap.
Just before we go, if there's any matches that you could have had on this that aren't there, who would it have been?
You mean North v South matches?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Who would I have had? Maybe just kind of going through in my head now. Maybe like
is on the spot. Sorry, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of someone for Innuendo because I wanted Innuendo to go down there. I'm trying to think of someone
even in his retirement.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think he said he'd come back for freestyle battles, didn't he, or something like that, which I appreciate wouldn't really be in the caliber.
Freestyle versus Harry Baker.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that would be Innuendo versus Harry Baker. I've heard that was a good battle. Yeah. Tony D versus Harry.
Yeah. There's not a pay-per-view for that yet. I'm not sure if there will be with it being on beat, but I heard that was good. And Harry Baker now the voice of Deliveroo.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. He's on the advert for Deliveroo.
Holy shit, that's money, man. Good on Harry. Good on Harry. That's fucking killer. But
Harry's incredible, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, what a massive talent in so many fucking ways. Like, he's an awesome dude. Definitely shout out to his spoken word poetry as well. He's got some beautiful pieces. But Ewan, this has been great, man. Appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I was on. Thanks to you, man.